Hey guys, how's it going? That's me just goofing around on a cover of "You Are My Sunshine," a melody we've probably all known since we were like little kids. So today we're going to talk about how to create your own little slide guitar solo piece using that sort of thing. Just going to adjust my gain here. There we go. That's a little better. I was bleeding into the red. Yeah, just how to create your own solo slide guitar pieces. And this is something I've been doing a little bit more as of lately because I'm trying to do more solo acoustic gigs, just to round out my schedule and everything. So I've just been kind of like reteaching myself how to play some songs so I can do these little solo guitar pieces on my own without having a band behind me. So, let's just go over how to do that. Oh, actually, before I go into that, have some cool shows coming up this month. August 23rd at the Stone Church. I'm playing with my group, the JarredGarneau group. Gonna be a lot of fun. Historic venue. Fish has played there. O'Teal has played there. Derek Trucks has played there. It's a really legendary spot. Super cool to make my return to it with this group for the first time. And we're gonna be splitting the bill with Kuchera, another great group. They do a lot of soul, some Haitian covers, and yeah, just a really great all-around band. As far as other things, as far as in-person lessons, I'm gonna be opening up at Milk Street Studios in Dover, New Hampshire soon. At the beginning of September is when I will be starting to teach there, and yeah, that's about it. Online lessons will still, obviously remain in the same location and everything, so that won't be affected or anything. But as far as in-person lessons, I'm going to be doing them at Dover, New Hampshire, and Milk Street Studio. So if you're interested in learning more about that, hit me up, message me, email me. But yeah, otherwise, that's really about it. So yeah, today we're just going to go over how to create your own little solo guitar pieces. So the first step is learning the melody and a nice kind of middle range. A lot of times when you're seeing like slide guitar pieces, they'll play the melody on these upper two strings, like so on and so forth. That sounds great and everything, especially if you're like playing with a band, but I don't really prefer to play the melody up there when you're doing solo slide pieces, because the idea of playing these solo slide pieces is that you're going to have a slide going the entire time. It's really hard to reach these upper notes unless, you have a ridiculously long pinky or something to reach that while still using the slide as a bar. So what I recommend is learning the melody in this nice middle range on the guitar. So something like... So more like... Something like that. I kind of goofed around with a little bit because I was learning it. I kind of learned the melody to play the solo guitar part. So maybe just like another reason to learn the melody, maybe in different positions. But because I think where I covered it before was just in this upper octave. But anyways, yeah, learn the melody in this kind of like nice middle range, and then try to match the chords with it. Try and like realize where the melody intersects with chord changes. So that first part, this entire part is all over the one chord, which I'm in open D. So if I'm playing at the 5th fret here for my 1, that's going to be G right there. So this song's in the key of G. So right there, that was just all over G. So I was just playing. So I just did a bar at the 5th fret and then played the 5th and 4th string. I fretted behind the slide with my index finger at the 3rd fret on the 3rd string, and then just did a full bar with the slide to cover that note on top right here. So I have. So right there, I'm changing chords. I know when I reach this melody note right here, I'm changing to the 4 chord, which in this case would be C. The problem is I want to play the chord underneath there, so I have to go to the C chord position up here around the 10th fret, and then, you know, just do a little, let me just adjust my camera, there we go. I just need to analyze where my notes are around this like C shape right here. So I know I have, if I'm, you know, just comparing it to the original key, I have the 4, and then 5, and then the 6. If I'm comparing to the original key of A, not like think of it over the chord. So that's the same thing as playing. But I'm just playing it up here and I'm fretting behind the slide as well. So I'm doing a bar at the 10th fret, and then hitting the 3rd string as my top melody note, and then going. So plucking the 3rd string with a bar at the 10th fret, and then 8th fret doing a fret behind the slide note, then playing the 4th string, and then going back to the 5th fret and playing my melody note on the 3rd string. So, you know, if I was to play that without the chords and everything, the melody would look like this. Or it would be. So I'll do that one more time. So that's what we have so far, and then repeats that same thing again. So with the chords, it would look like this. So that's what we have so far. I'm not gonna really go over the thumb part because really you should be learning the melody soon, and then over time add that thumb part. You know, it's always on a consistent beat. The most important thing is that you keep it going. General rule of thumb, you know, pun not intended really in this case, is that you want to be bouncing between the 6th string and the 4th string or the 5th string, either. And at the very least, you could stay on 1 string just to keep the pulse going. So if you look at it that way, really the most important thing is keeping the pulse and the rhythm going with your thumb. You don't have to switch between different intervals or anything. It's just more important to keep this rhythm part going, just to keep the momentum. All right, and then we have the N. So it's tricky, which is why I like kind of struggled playing the melody in the first position before, because I rearranged to play the melody in different parts of the neck so I could play the slide with it. So just had to, you know, just kind of like struggled visualizing it for a moment because I learned it how to play a solo guitar piece. But, you know, the last part would be. Normally that note could be found right here, but I'm playing the open second string because at that point I'm going to the 5 chord, the D, and then I'm doing a hammer-on pull off with the slide, open third string, so that's 5, 6, 5, 7, root. So without the slide would be. With the slide would be. So yeah, as you can see, it's really nice when you can throw that melody in a middle range of the guitars because you can keep the bar of the slide going and grab some of these other melody notes with either a note or a note behind the slide or in front of the slide. So yeah, super cool trick. I kind of had like a mini epiphany over the past week because a lot of the solo slide guitar pieces I've learned, the melodies like on the first and second string, so something like, or like Blind Willie Johnson where he's going. So where he's playing the melody, and that was just me kind of messing up. Dark was the night, cold was the ground right there. But the melody's on the first and second string, and that's great and everything, but my only problem with that is that pretty much all the songs that you're going to play are going to have to be in this open position right here. So I'm in open D, so everything is going to be played in open D, unless you use the capo, but at that point you're cutting off sections of the neck, and I kind of don't have as much to work with. Especially compared to electric right here. So sometimes using the capo is not the best option for me because I'm just kind of reducing the range of the guitar. So I really have learned that like maybe just phrasing the melody like an octave below and then just trying to grab the other melody notes I can with like a finger behind the slide or in front. Another example is like taking like This Land Is Your Land. So right there, I'm grabbing a note at the 12th fret while still using the slide as a bar. So that's another instance where you could fret in front of the slide. So doing all this stuff is really cool. I've done some other covers and arrangements based on this sort of concept in the past, but I really kind of realized this past week, I'm like, oh, that's kind of the way you should do it, just to keep everything kind of, within the bar of the slide. Otherwise, you're going to be forced to use open strings a lot, and a lot of those tunes, like, with the Blind Willie Johnson tune, he's not changing chords either. So unless you're just planning on doing a one-chord song, and again, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's a little bit limiting in that area. So, yeah. And then as far as that, just keeping things really simple. This is not a time to like really shred the melody or like do like these crazy like embellishments. You just want to keep it fairly simple and just keep the melody in listener's ear. If anything, you maybe just want to like vary the rhythm a little bit. So something like. So I just went. Just hit an eighth note on one of the notes that I normally wouldn't. So just little subtle things like that can go a long way in embellishing the melody, not the muddy, and making it sound much better. Yeah, and I think that, just keep it simple. Reduce the melody in like the middle range of the guitar so you can fret behind and in front of the slide. And just keep it simple. It's like I probably just said that, but just keeping it simple is like probably my number one thing with it because the melody is king. You don't need to do much more than play the melody when you're doing these solo guitar pieces. And eventually you could go. So, you know, playing like the melody an octave up, but then just like hinting at the chords, since the audience kind of already has the song in their ear, if you do want to like embellish the melody that way. But yeah, I think maybe to close out today, I'll play another little arrangement. So, just some closing thoughts, you know, like, comment on my video, maybe suggest something else that we could work on in the future. Sign up for my newsletter on my website to see upcoming shows and get educational content. Follow my socials. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm at like 940-ish right now. If I could get to 1,000 by the end of the month, that would be amazing. And I would open my Patreon like I've mentioned before. So yeah, do all the things, like, comment, subscribe, look at my socials, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll just close today with another little melody. Or let's try again. Can you tell this is a new arrangement? That was me messing up Wonderful tonight, but that's like another instance where if I like played the melody up here, I wouldn't be able to hold the chords with the slide anyways. So just playing the melody an octave down and just reaching it with some fretted behind the slide notes, all of a sudden I have more of a solo guitar piece, which is awesome. So all right, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I will see you sometime soon.